Okay, guys, we are come to a new topic. So today our topic is combining the rules to solve equation. Okay, so on the previous two section, we basically talking about resolving an equation uh, of the addition, right? So the previous two video we actually talking about how to solve it with the addition property, and then how to solve it with the multiplication property, right? So so today we are actually combining the rules. So we are combining both of the rules to solving some some you know some to solve the equation, right? So 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 I think because I already tell you the most important thing in the previous video. So make sure, I think we will just go straight to some real problem. Okay, so if you haven't seen those videos yet, then please go check the previous two video. Okay, so the previous two video, because that's that is already being covered. And then in today's topic, combining the rules, uh, so we just gonna go straight to doing some real problem. Okay, if you have any problem to, to actually, if you have any problem to doing those kind of questions, then maybe go back and watch the previous two video. Okay, because they will help you to understand how to solve the problem in this section. Okay, so now let's just move into our question time. Okay, without hesitating. So if you know the if you already know, solve the question, you actually know how to do it, then don't hesitate to just skip it. Okay, don't hesitate to actually skip it. Okay, otherwise I will fully explain all the question in details. Okay, so we have 11 questions over here. All right, we have exactly 11 questions. So let's get a start with question one. Okay, with question one. So I think so. Today I'm just going to show you guys right away at the beginning how you actually solving those questions really fast. Cause I think, yeah, I think for now, cause I think we have enough practice for the last two videos. So I think in right here, we are actually combining those. We are actually combining the addition property and the multiplication. So I think everyone should able to do it. So that's why I'm just going to show you guys how you actually going doing question the really fast way. Like you can solve it really fast, right? Because when you on an exam, your time is limit, right? So yeah, maybe for some question, I'm going to show you some details, but otherwise I'm just going to show you the really fast way to do it. Okay, if some question have some difficulties, then I will show the full detail. Okay, so first one, 3x plus 2 equal to 14, right? So we have this, we have plus 2 and 14. So what we're gonna do is 3x is equal to 14 minus 2, right? Remember, you have plus 2 on one side, and we want to go to the other side, so plus 2 becomes negative 2, right? And then 3x is just equal to 14 minus 2, which is 12, right? And x is just equal to 4, right? So 12 divided by 3 is actually going to be 4, right? So 12 divide 3 is actually going to be 4, right? So here we done with question 1, right? So the answer is going to be x equal to 4. And then let's move into question 2. So question 2 is exactly actually quite similar. It's like the same steps as question 1, right? So what we have over here is 6x, right? So we're moving 25 to the other side plus, so it becomes negative 25, right? And then we have 6x equal to negative 5 minus 25, so it's negative 30, right? And then after that, what we have is negative 30 divided 6, which is negative 5, right? So here is, we put 6, because 6x, you move into the other side, it just becomes 1 over 6, right? And then it just get cancelled and become negative 5. So the answer over here is x equal to negative 5 for this problem. Okay, so it's x equal to negative 5 for this problem. Okay, so now let's move into question 3. So question 3 is almost the same step, right? So what we have is this, and we have x over 2, right? And then we want to move plus 1 to the other side, so it becomes negative 1, right? And then we simplify a little bit. 5 minus 1 become 4, right? And then x, it just become 8, right? Cause 4 multiplied by 2 is going to be 8, right? So we solve the problem. So x is just simply x equal to 8, right? So we solve the problem x equal to 8, right? Okay, so let's move into question 4. So question 4 is, I mean, it's still the same step, right? So we have plus 4 and negative 4, so we have 5 over 7x, and then we move plus 4 to the other side, so it becomes 14 minus 4, right? And then 5 over 7x is just simply equal to 14 minus 4, which is 10, right? And we move 5 over 7 to the other side, so it becomes the reverse order, so it becomes 7 over 5 multiplied by 10, right? So 5 over 7 moving to the other side, we just flip it, or it's the reverse, right? So it becomes 7 over 5. And then over here, 5 get cancelled and 10 becomes 2, right? So it just becomes 2 multiplied by 7, which is 14, right? So x is just equal to 14, sorry. Yeah, x is just equal to 14, so cos 2 multiplied by 7 is 14, right? So now we solve the problem, right? So now we actually solve the problem. So for this question, x is equal to 14, right? So x is equal to 14 for question 4. Okay, so now we just gonna do question 5. Right, so we're just gonna do question 5. Question 5 is still the same strength, right? So we got 6x and the 3x, right? So we want to move 3x to the other side, so it becomes 6x minus 3x, right? So it's equal to, so we want to move negative 5 to the other side, right? We want to move negative 5 to the other side, right? So it becomes positive 5 and then minus 29, right? So negative 5 moving to the other side becomes 5, positive 5 minus 29, right? And then we have 6x minus 3x, 6x minus 3x, so it becomes 3x, right? 3x is equal to 5 minus 29, so it's negative 24, right? 5 minus 29 is actually negative 24, right? And then we know negative 24 divided 3 is actually negative 8, right? So negative 24 multiplied divided by 3, so you know it's negative, and then 24 divided by 3 is 8, right? So now you solve the problem, right? So you can see over here, usually most of the time those questions can be done in in 2 or 3 steps, right? Usually those questions can, it's done in 2 or 3 steps, right? Okay, so yeah, so let's move to question 6. So question 6 is a little bit more work, right? So we have to simplify first. We got 9x and 7x on the left hand side, right? So so we have to and after that we have -2 and then +13, right? So we have to simplify the left hand side first. So 9x plus 7x, which is 13x, right? So 9 plus 7, so it's 13, right? And then what we have is -2 plus 13, so it is 11, right? So -2 plus 13 is 11, right? So now so we just write it down the right hand side. Now now it's almost the same step, right? So we got 13x and 10x. So you move 10x to the other side, so it becomes -10x, right? And then we have 11. So you move 11 to the other side, so +11 becomes -11 and -13, right? And then what you can see over here is that 13x minus 10x, which is 6x, right? So 16 minus 10 is actually 6x, right? It's equal to -11. -11 minus -13, so it's actually -24, right? 11, so -11 minus -13 is actually -24, right? So x is just equal to -24 divide 6, which is 4, right? So -24 divided 6 is -4, right? Right? So the answer for this solution is x, for this question is x equal to -4, right? So now you actually solve the problem, right? So you actually solve the problem, I mean, even in this question, we actually solved the problem. We actually solved it in 4 steps, right? So it's quite simple, right? 4 steps. Okay. Okay, so let's do questions. So let's basically, I think there's still some questions left. So let's do question 7. So now it's a little bit more step, but I think it should be really, you guys should know how to do it in order to solving the question, right? So here we have to get rid of the bracket first, right? We have to get rid of the bracket by multiplying 9 in. Then we have to simplify a bit more, right? So we have to get rid of the bracket first, and then we just multiply by 9. So we have 9 multiplied by 3x, which is 27x, right? And then we plus 9 multiplied by 2, which is 18, right? And then we minus 10x, and then it is equal to 12x minus 7, right? So now we have to simplify a little bit more on the left hand side. So we have 27 and then negative 10x, right? 27x minus 10x, which is 17x plus 18, right? It's equal to 12x minus 7, right? So now it's usually the way how you solving those problems. And so we have 17x and 12x, right? So we move 12x to the other side, so it becomes negative 12x, right? And then we move plus 18 to the other side, so it becomes negative 18 minus 7, right? And then what we have over here is 70x minus 12x, so it is 5x, right? And then it's equal to negative 18 minus negative 18 minus 7, right? So it's negative 25, right? So it's negative 25, and then we are on our last step. So x is equal to negative 25 divided by 5, so it is negative 5, right? So negative 25 divided by 5, right? So it's negative 5, right? So maybe I show you some details. So it's negative, you have 25 at the top, and then you have 5 at the bottom. So 5 get cancelled, and 25 becomes 5. Cause 25 is equal to 5 multiplied by 5, right? So the answer over here is x equal to negative 5, right? So now we solve the problem. So yeah, we solve the problem. Okay, so let's do question 8. Question 8 is a little bit more steps, right? So we have to simplify, we have to get rid of the bracket first, right? So we have this part, right? This part we have to get rid of the bracket. We have to get rid of the bracket. That's the main thing of here. So we have 4 multiplied by negative x, so it's negative 4x, right? And then we have negative 2 multiplied by 4, so it's negative 8, right? And then we have plus 5 is equal to, so we have on the left hand side, on the right hand side we have negative 2 multiplied by 2x, so it's negative 4x, right? It's negative 4x. And what we have is negative 2 multiplied by 7, so it's negative 14, right? So we have negative 2 multiplied by 7, so it's negative 14, right? So you see basically over here there are actually some problem within it in this question, right? Yeah, let me explain why there's a problem over here. Yeah, why there's a problem over here, okay? So we get everything right? We get everything right. And the problem over here is that you see there's a negative 4x and there's another negative 4x over here, right? Okay, so those are the same term, right? So those are actually the same term. So if you move negative 4x to the other side, it becomes positive 2x, right? It becomes positive 4x, and negative 4x plus positive 4x is equal to 0, right? So whenever you see this, whenever you see a same term on both sides, you actually can cancel them right away. Okay, you actually can cancel them on the, you can cancel them, yeah, you just, whenever you see a same term on both sides, a same term, then you are able to actually cancel them. Okay, so what the thing left on the left hand side, we have negative 8 plus 5, right? So it is negative 3 is equal to negative 14, right? So now you see there's a problem over here, right? Because over here those variables get cancelled, right? So you don't have a variable, so those variables is get cancelled, right? So you don't actually have a variable over here. Those things get cancelled, right? There's only integer left, and the thing left for now is negative 3 is equal to negative 14, which is not equal, right? Negative 3 is not equal to negative 14, right? And I just want to say the solution, okay, the solution is undivided, okay, the solution is undefined. So you just kind of find it, okay? You just not able to find it, and then you just write it down. The solution is undefined, because you can see over here, right? So you can see over here is that -3 is equal to -14, and there's no way, you know, -3 is equal to -14, right? So you just write it down. The solution is undefined. Then you know, so this is how you deal with those kind of problem. Okay, this is how you actually deal with those kind of problem. The solution is undefined. Okay, solution is undefined. Okay, so now let's move into question 9. Okay, so now let's move into question 9. I hope you guys don't understand the previous one. Okay, if you don't understand, maybe watch one more than one time. That's my suggestion. Okay, if you don't understand the previous question, the one with the undefined, then maybe try to watch it again, and then try to get the idea. Okay, I think a couple times should be able to understand why, understand it. Okay, for now we just gonna focus on question 9. Okay, so question 9. Okay, so for question 9 we have 5x minus 3 over 4 multiplied minus 2 equal to x over 3, right? So you might be thinking, how we actually gonna solving this problem? Cause it's different than other problem we have done it before, right? So let me give you some idea actually how we solving those kind of problem. Okay, so you see on the left hand side we have this term, right? So in order to solve to solve for x, we have to get rid of the denominator. So the denominator over here is actually equal to 4, right? And then the denominator on the right hand side, it is equal to 3, right? It is equal to 3, right? So we have to get rid of those denominator first, right? In order to make us easy to do those questions, right? We have to get rid of the denominator. And you may thinking, like, so how we actually going to get rid of the denominator? So now, okay, so I'm gonna show you the way how to get rid of it. Okay, so we gonna multiply everything, the whole equation, by 12. Okay, we're gonna multiply the everything with 12. Okay, I will tell you why the number is 12 over here to get rid of the denominator. Why is 12? Okay, so okay, let's slow down a little bit. Why the number here we have to multiply everything by 12, right? So the reason why we want to multiply by 12 is because you see on the left hand side we have a denominator which is 4, right? And then on the right hand side we have the denominator as 3. So you just basically 3 multiplied by 4 is equal to 12, right? So it's equal to 12. So what if you multiply by 12 over here, the denominator 3, 4 will gone, and then it becomes 3, right? And if you multiply 12 on the right hand side, then the denominator 3 will become 4, and the 3 is gone, right? The denominator is gone. It just becomes, it's gone, right? So okay, let's just solve the question further on. I see. I think after the step going, then you guys should able to understand why. Okay, so okay, I'm just going to show you guys the full detail of how you actually solving those problems. Not gonna skip any tips, any steps, any steps. Okay, so you multiply 12 to both sides, so it becomes 12 multiply 5x minus 4 over 5x minus 3 over 4, and then minus 12 multiplied by 2, right? And then we still have 12 multiplied 3 x over 3, right? And then you can see over here it's a little bit more clear, right? So 4 get cancelled, and then 12 becomes 3, right? So what we have over here is 3 5x minus 3, right? It's minus 12 multiplied by 2, which is 24, right? Is equal to 12 multiplied by x over 3, so 3 get cancelled and 12 becomes 4, so equal to 4x, right? Now we are actually able to solving this problem, right? Now we actually able to solve it. So I think you guys does understand it, right? Does understand it why we actually have to multiply both sides with 12, right? So we actually want to get rid of the denominator 4 and 3. We want to get rid of. That's why we have to multiply. We have to multiply by 12, and we multiply by 12 because got the common factor, right? The common factor, the factor, like cause 12 if is the common factor for 3 and 4, right? So if we multiply by 12, so we are able to get rid of it, right? Okay, so let's move further. Okay, so we have this part, right? We have this part. So we have this part. Let me zoom in a little bit. Sorry. So we have this part. We have 3 multiplied by 5x, which is 15x, right? 15x, and then minus 3 multiplied by 3 is 9, right? And then minus 24 is equal to 4x, right? So I'm just gonna further on writing over here. Okay, I'm just gonna write it further on over here. Okay, so what we have over here is 15x, and then we are actually able to simplify a little bit on the left hand side, right? So we have 15x minus 9 minus 24, so it's minus 33, right? So minus 9 minus 24, right? So it's minus 33, right? Okay, and then it does equal to 5x, right? And then right now we have to moving 4x to the other side, right? So it become 15x 4x, it become negative 4x, right? It become negative 4x is equal to, we have to moving the integer to the other side, right? So negative 33, it become positive 33, right? And then after that, what we have is 15x minus 4x, so it's 11x, right? 11x is equal to 33, and x, right? So 15x minus 4x is 11x. 11x equal to 33, and x is just equal to 3, right? So 33 divide 11 is equal to 3, right? So now we get the solution for this question is equal to x equal to 3, right? It's x is actually x equal to 3, right? For the solution for this question, right? Okay, so let's move into question 10. Okay, question 10 is a little bit more, it's a little bit more simplification. So as I played before, you have to get rid of the bracket. You have to pull the thing out, right? You have to pull those things out. So we have to get rid of the bracket, right? So that's what we're gonna do it right now, okay? So starting from the left hand side, okay, starting from the left hand side, we have 2. So we're gonna start with this part, okay. So we have 2 multiplied by 1 is equal to 2, and then minus 2 multiplied by 3x is 6x, right? And then we have plus, we have 2 multiplied by 5x equal to 10x, right? And then we have another plus, 2 multiplied by 4 is gonna be 8, right? And then we have equal 3 minus 4x, so it becomes minus 4x, and then we have a minus 1, so it becomes positive 1, right? So we have, you see over here we have a negative, right? We have a negative over here, so it's, and 4x is positive, so it becomes negative 4x, and then we have a negative 1 inside over here, so negative and negative become positive, so it becomes positive 1, right? It becomes positive 1. Now we have to simplify a little bit, right? Starting from the left hand side, we have a 2, and then we have a 8, right? We have a 8. So 2 plus 8 is equal to 10, right? And then we have those two. We have negative 6x plus 10x is equal to 4x, right? So negative 6x plus 10x, right? So it's going to be positive 4x, right? Is equal to, so now we're moving to the right hand side. We have a 3 and a 1, right? We have a 3 and 1. So 3 plus 1 is equal to 4, and then 4 minus 4x, right? 4 minus 4x. So now we have to moving things around again, right? So we have a 4x, and then we have a negative 4x, right? So we have 4x, and then we're moving negative 4x to the other side. Negative 4x becomes positive 4x, right? So it's positive plus 4x is equal to 4. So we have to moving 10, right? We have to moving 10 to the other side, so it's 4. So 10 moving to the other side, positive 10 becomes negative 10. So 4 minus 10, right? So move 4 minus 10, and then we have to simplify a little bit more. So 4x plus 4x is equal to 8x, right? 8x is equal to 4 minus 10, so it's become negative 6, right? So we have, what we have over here is 4 minus 10, so it becomes negative 6, right? So it becomes negative 6. And then we are on our last step, okay? So we have on our last step. So we have to do over here is x equal to, so we're moving 8 to the other side. So 8 become 1 over 8, and then we put in negative 6 at the top, right? So we have x 8, right? Remember, if you remember the multiplication property, right? So 8 moving to the other side become 1 over 8. So it's, you just flip it. It's the reverse order, right? It becomes 1 over 8 and then minus 6 on the top, right? So now we have to simplify a little bit more, because negative 6 over 8 is not the simplest. It's not the simplest 4, right? So we can actually cancel 2 over here. We cancel 2, so 6 becomes 3, and then we cancel another 2, it becomes 4, right? So you remember, right? 6 is actually equal to 2. Okay, so let me show you the steps. So the final solution over here is negative 3 over 4, but let me show you the step a little bit detail, okay? So we have a negative, we put the negative outside, and then 6 equal to 2 multiplied by 3, right? And then we have 8 is 2 multiplied by 4, right? So 2 and 2 get cancelled. That's the meaning. That's the meaning. I on the at the top. That's the meaning. That's why. Okay. So 2 and 2 get cancelled. So you leave negative 3 over 4 as the solution. Okay. Okay. So that's the detail. Okay. All right. So now you can see negative is 3 and 4 cannot simplify anymore. So negative 3 over 4 is the final solution, right? So for the solution, you always want to simplify as much as you can. You want the solution in the simplest form, right? Okay. Yeah, so you want solution in the simplest form. That's why you have to simplify. You want to make sure that you have to simplify. Okay, so that's the answer for question 10 is x equal to negative 3 over 4. Okay. Okay, so let's move it to question 11, which is the last question. Okay, so maybe right now is the time to pause the video and get a try. Right now pause the video and get a try. Okay, so let's do the question. Okay, let's do the question. So remember before, right? So first of all, you see, so okay, so first of all, you see, if you want to solving this question, you have to get rid of the denominator again, right? You have to get rid of the denominator. The denominator over here is 2 and 3, and you want to get rid of them, right? How you get rid of them? You have to multiply 2. You have to multiply by 6, right? So that's the factor. You have to multiply by both sides to get rid of the denominator 2 and 3. So you have right? You have to multiply by 6, right? So you have to multiply by 6. So now we're gonna multiply by 6 for both sides. Okay, so we're gonna multiply by 6 for both sides. So we just multiply it, right? So we multiply it, so it becomes 6. A 6 multiply negative 3 bracket x minus 1 bracket 2 over 2, right? Is equal to 6 multiply 2x minus 3 over 3, right? So now we can actually cancel some terms, right? So 2 get cancelled and then 6 becomes 3, right? So right here what we have is 3 multiply negative 3x minus 1, right? Is equal to, so over all the right hand side 3 get cancelled and then 6 become 2, right? So we 2 and then we put a bracket in 2x multiplied by 3, right? So we have to put a bracket on 2x minus 3 because we see 2x minus 3 as a term, right? So here we see 2x over 3 as a term, right? So we have to put a bracket because we want to make sure 2 is multiplied all of it, right? So let's move in further. Let's move on. So 3 on the left hand side we have 3 multiplied by negative 3, so it's become negative 9, right? Negative 9 x minus 1 bracket is equal to 2 bracket 2x minus 3 bracket, right? So now we have to pull out. We want to get rid of the bracket again, right? We want to get rid of the bracket, so we have to pull out the thing. So we have starting with we have this term on the right. So we have negative 9 multiplied by x, so it becomes negative 9x, right? And then we have a negative 9 multiply negative 1, so it becomes positive 9, right? So here what we have is negative 9, and inside we have a negative 1, so negative and negative become positive, so it's positive 9, right? It's equal to 2 multiplied by 2x, so it becomes 4x, and then minus 2 multiplied by 3, so it becomes 6, right? 2 multiplied by 3 is equal to 6, right? And then now we are on the right track. Now this equation is seem familiar, right? So now we have to moving the side, right? We have a negative 9x on the right, and then we have a 4x, so we want to move the 4x to the other side, right? So it becomes negative 9x. We're moving 4x to the other side. Positive 4x becomes negative 4x, right? so it's negative, it's minus 4x, right? Is equal to, so we want to move this this plus 9 to the other side, right? To the other side. So the positive 9 become negative 9, right? Negative 9 and then minus 6, right? So right, so we have a positive 9 on the right hand side, and we want to move into the other side, to the left hand side. So it becomes positive, become negative. So it's negative 9 minus 6, right? So now we have to simplify a little bit more, right? So we have negative 9x minus 4x. So it becomes negative 13x, right? We have a negative 13x, right? And on the other side we have a negative 9 minus 6. So it is negative 15, right? So it is actually negative 15. So negative 9 minus 6. So it's gonna be negative 15, right? And now since both sides is negative, right? We have a negative 13x on the left, and then we have the negative 15 on the right. So negative and negative become positive, right? And then x is just simply 15 over 13, right? Right, so 13x, you move into the other side, 13 become 1 over 13, right? So it's the reverse order, you just flip it. 13 become 1 over 13, and then you pull 15 on the top, so it's 15 over 13, right? So that's the solution. So this is the solution. So this is the solution for question 11, right? Right, if everything is right, then you should be able to get this answer, right? So you guys does get it, right? I see, I mean, the answer is actually a fraction. So okay, so the answer for here is actually x equal to 15 over 13, right? Okay, so I think you should be able to understand why the answer over here is x equal to 15 over 13. Alright, so if you still don't understand, then maybe go through the full steps again. Okay, go through the full steps again. So thank you guys for watching my video. Okay, please subscribe to the channel, and please subscribe to the channel, and then I will keep updating video. Okay, subscribe to the channel, and then like the video, and then also put the notification button on, okay? And I will keep, and if you still have any question regarding to those those questions, then if you still have some question about those questions I just talking about, right? Okay, so make sure you leave a comment below. Okay, you leave a comment below. I will try to answer you on the comment section. Okay, I will try to answer you on the comment section. Alright, otherwise, thanks everyone to watching this video. Okay, and the best of luck on exam. Alright, okay, thanks for watching.